No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today, I guess I'm just going to go into the backstory of how this came to be. You were in a little bit of a spat on Twitter with another user by the name of Bryson, right?
Yeah, Bryson Gray. Yeah.
You guys are going back and forth. I don't know exactly what it was about, but it was proposed that you guys could do a debate of some sort. And you guys were both down. You both agreed to it. And you actually spoke to him. He agreed to come out here. We found out like 2 days ago that in actuality, he did not come out here and he had no plans on coming out here. I'm not sure exactly how that got lost in translation, but I figured this guy right next to me, Brandon, has been making a lot of noise on the channel. Very opinionated guy, very politically involved, aware, etc. And I figured as long as we didn't have our original opponent for you, I might as well see what the chemistry is like here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for doing it, man. Nice to meet both of you.
Definitely. And so for our audience, I guess maybe a little bit of a backstory about you and where you're coming from and everything would be appropriate. I guess I found out about you because you have a very provocative Twitter account. Hypocrite is your username on there. We can link to it in the description, everything like that. But yeah, how'd you get started in content creation?
Oh man, it's been a long journey. I've been doing this for like 10 years and basically it's a long story. I'll give you like the really short version. I was kind of like a degen, liberal, druggy, promiscuous, all that stuff. Got a girl pregnant, had to be a dad, realized it was going to be a conflict to do both of them. I mean, I was a total up. I was like broke all the time and that. So I decided to like get my act together, quit smoking weed all the time, quit playing video games all the time. And then I just had like time on my hands. And that's when I started making content because I saw other people doing it and making money. I was like, shit, I could do that. So that's basically how it started. And then it's been like a long journey. Like I found Jesus along the way. I became Christian. I got married. I have a family now with more kids. And yeah, that's the Coles Notes version.
Okay. And yeah, where would you identify yourself as being at politically at this time?
Pretty far right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has that been a bit of a journey? I guess like where did you get radicalized along this path?
Yeah. So it's like I said, I started all the way progressive, normal, liberal, went to sort of the anti-SJW thing. That was kind of like the first step in 2015. That was when I got into making YouTube videos and just kind of a frustration of these people are annoying, you know, all the virtue signaling, all that kind of stuff that was going on. A lot of the stuff being shoved in your face. So, and they were just kind of dumb, like a lot of the gender stuff too. A lot of the stuff they said didn't make sense. So from there, and then I started to like learn a lot about racial issues, red pills about like crime statistics, you know, Muslim terrorism was happening a lot back then. And just kept pushing me further and further to the right, basically.
Definitely. Well, so for people out there that are just tuning into this conversation for the first time and don't know about Brandon, do you affiliate yourself more with the conservative side of things as well?
Yeah, I'm more right leaning. Yeah.
And you haven't been familiar with his content until I sent you his accounts and everything?
No, never heard of him.
Okay. You say that in kind of a dismissive way right there.
No, I've never heard of him.
He's not making enough noise for me to pay attention to.
You're reading into that.
Okay.
Just never heard of him.
I'm analyzing your voice a lot today.
Okay.
I called you Zesty right before we started too, which is problematic.
Zesty, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so I guess we should confront this head on. When I was describing this debate, which was supposed to be with somebody else at first, when I was describing it on a previous episode of No Jumper, which I don't know if you actually caught wind of it, but I essentially referred to you as being sort of outwardly, openly racist.
Yes.
Does that seem like a true statement, or would you like to add caveats?
No, I say that I'm racist. I think a lot of people don't necessarily know what it means to be racist. Like I have a black person over for dinner, you know what I mean? It's not like hateful. It's not like I can't be around them or anything like that. But I think that we need, well, basically white people need more racial consciousness. They need to start acting like a group because all the other races do that already. And so it's just kind of to our detriment that we're the only ones playing this like blank slate egalitarianism game, and where no one's on a team. We're all Team America or whatever people want to say. But all the other races are kind of like, no, we're a team. And you see a lot of that in what's built up to this. Like the Shiloh Hendricks thing was kind of one of the catalysts for this debate. One of the catalysts for that was the Carmelo Anthony thing. You see the way a lot of people rallied around him, giving him money. There was another one that happened this week too with this Rodney Hinton Jr. guy. I don't know if you guys heard that story. This guy, his son, like stole a car, was in a police chase. The police chased him. He had a gun. The police shot him. He died. His father, Rodney Hinton Jr., got in his car, went and found an on-duty police guy and killed him. The guy had nothing to do with what happened to his son, but he just wanted to go out and like get back one of theirs kind of thing. He's got a fundraiser now where they've raised like $50,000 from him. And they'll lie about what happened. They'll say the kid was innocent. With the Carmelo Anthony thing, they'll say, oh, he was like this grade A all-star captain of the football team, choir boy. And it's like, none of it is true. You know what I mean? Or at least with the Carmelo Anthony stuff, none of it's been substantiated. So there's a lot of lying there. And it's just kind of this racial tribalism where they come together and defend their own. And white people don't do that. And it's to our detriment. But there's more and more and more white people who are getting fed up. You're going to see the word fatigue a lot in the coming days. People are starting to say, they're like, we're tired of this. We're tired of like the constant indignities. The murders is a big part because there's a lot of murders that are black on white, and we see those all the time. There's another one this week. This girl Logan Federico, a really beautiful blonde girl, killed by just this like soulless black guy who went into her car her house rather to get her credit cards or whatever. And it hurts me, man, when I see it. It hurts me, you know, and I've been seeing it every day for like 10 years. And so I think the Shiloh Hendricks thing, that was the reason people gave her so much money, was they're sending the message of, we are getting tired of this.